And a good morning. Welcome. It's Martin, Jeff, and the Farmchick coming to you high atop the Eagle Building in beautiful downtown Goodland. Our show is being brought to you by Eckland Insurance, LLC, Northwest Tech, The Insurance Agency, Elliott's Home Furnishings, and Goodland Sonic Drive-In. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left, it's the Farmchick.
Well, good morning, Martin.
Good morning to you. On my... Where is Jeff?
Late, as usual.
He's not here.
He's late.
Well,
we started without him because we
did. We just started without him. Hopefully,
we don't need no stinking Jeff.
He probably stopped to get some breakfast sandwiches,
Sonic coffee or something.
Sonic coffee, which is okay.
Yeah, we'll let
he
him.
shows up.
He better bring something for the rest of us.
Right.
It's only right.
All right. Well, welcome. It's post Easter. I mean, for you and I, the Easter season isn't just Easter Sunday.
It's still the Easter season for 50 days.
Well, that's true.
That's how we roll. But Easter was last Sunday. Easter Sunday.
Oh, but the Lent period, there's always so many special things going on, like Palm Sunday and Good Friday and
right.
Thursday. What's the
Holy
Thursday?
Week, Holy Thursday.
Holy Thursday that us Catholics participate in, I guess.
Right.
But
busy week.
Makes for a busy Lent season. And so I had my first Coke Zero yesterday.
Oh, did it taste so good?
It was just like it was before. Tastes about the same.
Did you feel like, because I've done that before, I've given things up and then Easter Sunday comes and you break open the chocolate and then you're kind of like, okay, well, I don't really.
What was the big deal?
Yeah.
You know,
I don't really need that as much as I thought I did.
Should have just given it up permanently.
Right.
But then I'd just be drinking Diet Dr. Pepper or something
right.
like that, so it's nothing different. But I suppose then, so the moral of the story is maybe we should give up something more substantial for Lent.
That would be a little more difficult.
Right.
My son gave up Pop-Tarts. Which...
Does he eat a lot of Pop-Tarts?
I'm sure all the better moms than myself are out there cringing. You let your child eat Pop-Tarts? Yep. Yep. That's his favorite snack. He likes Pop-Tarts.
He has that and then Dinty Moore stew for supper.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Anything out of a can in our house. But, so he was happy to be able to snack on a Pop-Tart this morning. But
so what's a substantial that you've ever heard, something substantial that someone has given up for Lent?
Chump has given up alcohol a couple times, not this year, where he hasn't had.
That'd be substantial.
I mean, for a lot of people, big deal. They don't drink coffee.
Coffee would be a big one.
I've given up Diet Coke before. That was kind of difficult. Well, I think when you can't have it, it kind of makes you want it more.
Well, the thing about me with I know it's not a substantial sacrifice because I only drink one a day. And so what's the big deal?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I should do something better than that.
So something okay, so I'm going to put I can't believe I'm going to say this on the radio for the whole community to hear.
Okay.
I've been known, Martin, every once in a while to say a cuss word now and then.
No kidding. Uh-huh. I never knew that about
Every
you.
once in a while I like to enunciate my feelings in an improper way. So
I've heard you enunciate your feelings.
I know that probably most people out there think I would never let something like that out of my mouth. Yeah, right. So at Lent, I always try to not enunciate my feelings. I'm trying to find a nice way to say that.
Yeah. Well, and that's a difficult
because
one to do.
Because really, you shouldn't. Okay.
Because that's a spur of the moment thing. You know, the old hammer on the thumb thing. You know, you just can't.
There's certain cuss words that they're like, I can't even. They don't even know that they. When you're struggling or you're. So anyway, that's something I try to do every Lent. And then I always think, because we were saying, then does it become, if you give it up for 40 days, then maybe you don't go straight back to it. Maybe you don't. No. And comes back really easy.
Right. So, yeah.
You know, isn't there a thing where if you give something up, or a habit's 21 days? habit takes 21 days to establish.
Really?
Isn't there some sort of formula for that? Maybe not. But
so you could.
So I'm right back to cussing. No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
We've had some little sessions in here that we won't go into detail about fake shows.
It's terrible, I know. You know, my mother did not cuss. My mom, I in my entire life, I maybe heard her say, even when we were grown-ups together, twice, maybe two. And when I can remember the time she cussed. My dad, a little bit, but.
Well, in the same way, I was shocked, the first time I heard my dad say a word. Not that, and he never did. But he was with a bunch of other men his age, that so I understood he was just trying to fit in or whatever. For the first time, it was like a hell or something like that.
Right,
but you can say that on them. But, so you're right. We didn't grow up with parents that did that much. Today's a little different.
It is different, isn't it?
I hear people swearing in restaurants sitting next to you.
It's too much.
Even thinking.
It's too much. And the television, it used to be they would not say certain words. And if they said it, it would beep it out. Now you can they beep it out, but you still know exactly what they're saying.
Exactly.
It's like, why are you even beeping that out? I heard the whole word and I could read the lips.
Yeah.
And I think my grandparents would be shocked at the way people speak.
Well,
Now my dad did a little bit, but the old-fashioned cuss words,
Yeah. Today it's more like a
like
a
words
rap
I
song
could probably say right now on the radio. I won't, but the old-fashioned cuss words. But but the words you hear now, oh my goodness.
Because I'll be. I remember we took a family trip with our kids who were older teenagers. One of them was even in college. This was just a few years ago. Washington, D.C. We're at what I thought was a very family-oriented type restaurant. There was another family sitting next by that was just rattling off stuff.
Right.
And, it's kind of like road rage. You keep your mouth shut and you don't say anything. But you want to say, hey, I've got kids over here.
Hey, I've got kids over here.
But
I do have that. I don't know what it is. There's a little switch in the mom brain where I don't cuss around my children. It's like automatic. Kind of like when I was a teenager and I didn't around my parents. Same button. Where you kind of turn that off around kids or
that'll
parents.
change when they become adults.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, my youngest child is 31 years old. Now, it's around the grandkids.
It's on an equal. It's
Right.
on an equal basis.
Right. So
but
we don't hesitate to. He acts like an adult, and
But there's sometimes, I'm just going to say it, it just feels real. It doesn't seem like there's a substitute for some of those words when you just really need to something.
And that's why it's not a good one to give up for something like Lent, because it's such a spur of the
But
moment
I
thing.
always begin Lent saying, okay, I'm gonna really try to take that out of my vocabulary, and I rarely make it. 40 days.
I have a tough time. I lived in the country for about 15 years, working in the yard, and the hose got kinked or something when I pull along. I could a choice word would come out. Now living in town, I've caught myself doing the same thing, and then realizing there's people around. I gotta watch it.
Right.
You can't do that.
So you have to say things like "Dad nabbit" or "Gee whiz."
Rats.
Oopsie daisy.
They just don't feel right,
feel
do they? Something about
darn.
saying.
Now my mom wouldn't even let me say "gosh darn" because it was a substitute for the much worse. So anyway, there you go. So yeah, back at it.
So anyway, you had a nice Easter.
I had a beautiful Easter. It's one of my very favorite days in the whole year. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining. It was a little chilly, but still nice.
Yeah. So what did you say you cooked for Easter?
I cooked.
Did you cook a ham or something like that?
Thank goodness it was Easter and that cussing thing was over when I was cooking. I cooked, I made a ham, which is kind of, you just really heat up a ham.
They're pretty easy.
You don't really do anything. Yeah. A pork loin kind of roast. Funeral potatoes. They're very Eastery. You know, hash browny, cheesy.
Funeral potatoes?
Did you not know? We had that whole discussion yesterday at Easter.
I never heard it called that. Is it because it's served at
people make them for they're really funerals? Easy. Yeah, you know the cheesy hash brown.
Oh yeah. We had that exact same thing.
Yeah,
but I didn't.
Deviled eggs. We made those, which they're my favorite.
I would love to have some of those.
I love them, and they're not difficult to make, but they just take time, effort.
We had all of the above that you've said so far, except the deviled eggs, but fresh asparagus. Some of it out of the garden already.
Really?
Yep.
Well, I should have come to your house.
Yeah.
We did have asparagus, but I don't think it came out of the garden.
No. About half of ours came out of the garden. Half came from the big store.
Asparagus is my favorite.
Yeah.
Vegetable ever.
So did you have pickled beets that you made from your garden last summer and other pickles?
That's pretty much the end of the menu. We had green bean casserole because my youngest loves it.
We had that.
We have to have that like all the time during the year.
Frog eye salad.
I didn't do a lot of salads. My mother-in-law made strawberry pretzel salad, which is one of my favorites. Apple pie.
Oh, wow. Strawberry shortcake at our house.
Yeah, strawberries. So, yeah, it was a good day. It was a really good food and good eats and good friends. And
your kids are all over the age of Easter egg hunts and things like that, I assume.
So the Easter Bunny came, of course.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Easter Bunny came. All the children in my house, my children, all looked at me like, really? You're getting me out of bed because the Easter Bunny came? So I was glad I didn't hide those eggs because they would have really the Easter Bunny. Okay, I can't give those things up. I used to complain when they were little, but I can't give them up. I don't have to. You
don't really have to.
They still want chocolate, and
as long as they're living in your house.
They still want Peeps and chocolate, and
if they're not living in your house or can't come,
they usually get Easter, some sort of pencil or pen tools for school because by now their pencils are kind of worn down. So they usually get new writing instruments.
I think some of my grandkids got like some clothes or something.
Yeah, they all got like a new
or
shirt. I think they each got a new. Henry got a new basketball, which he doesn't need. He needs that like a hole in his head. He's only got 15,000 basketballs, but that's the only thing that kid wants. So yeah, we did that and dyed eggs. My girls dyed eggs on Saturday, and it was just a good old Easter weekend. Yeah.
How about the? I've been seeing on TV all these Easter egg hunts they have in the city. They like 100,000 plastic eggs were hidden, and 3,000 kids show up.
I have an issue with that. Yeah. When they say they hide them, those aren't Easter egg. They aren't hidden.
No, they're just laid in the grass.
It's like an airplane dropped them on a field and said, "Go get them, kids."
Well, if you got 100,000 eggs and 3,000 kids going after them, that's about the only way to do it.
I know, but that's not. Then it just becomes like a knockdown drag out for who gets the most eggs.
Well,
I like a good hunt, like where they're hidden up in the trees.
Yeah, that's why we got a lot of hiding places in our yard, and
that's what I think an Easter egg hunt's all about. Not a just a starting line and they just run for it.
It's hard to put. We don't put. Well, they did. They did put some candy in some of them, but little cash and quarters and things like that.
And weren't there several local Easter egg hunts? Once again, I'm out of it because my kids are older. But
I'm talking about the 1950s and early 60s.
And there he is.
Ladies and gentlemen,
showed up.
On my right,
he was out hunting
Jeff.
Easter eggs.
I just flew in from Albuquerque. My arm's tired.
Oh, welcome to the show, Jeff.
Yeah, sure taking that left at Albuquerque. Isn't that what that is, Bugs Bunny? Anyway,
not sure.
Anyway,
Roadrunner.
We were just wrapping up Easter discussion.
Mm-hmm. We did nothing.
How was your meal at Easter?
How was the ham? I want to know.
It was a little weak. It was a little weak.
Sparse.
A little dinty more.
Sitting right here, I can hear
you. My wife decided we're going to have everybody home, so she cooked two of the what do you call them? Shank version. Well, anyway, they were really nice hams, two of them, and thinking that we weren't going to have enough. There was only one was needed, so we've got ham for the next 8
4th of July.
Ham and beans, ham sandwiches, ham loaf, ham salad,
Ham loaf.
Ham
I love
salad.
ham loaf.
Remember ham loaf?
With
The chunks of
That's
cheese
gonna make
in
some
it?
of that.
Oh, no.
Like that you bought?
No,
Like
we're
with
the
bologna?
ham loaf. No, we're talking about like meatloaf.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Okay.
Ground up ham.
Right.
Like
I was
made
talking
of
about like Oscar Mayer
Yeah,
ham
really?
loaf.
No, we were talking about things that are homemade. Out of ham.
Homemade, what's
She
that?
would know what that means.
Ham loaf to her means.
So we're
peppermint.
Oscar
so
Mayer.
we're past Easter now, and what's next? Mother's
Well,
Day.
Mother's Day. Oh well,
My birthday.
when is
That's
the
right.
play? The Art Center has their play coming.
Yes, that's
Was it
coming up.
28th and 29th.
That sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Wow.
So and then Kentucky Derby,
Yes.
and then Mother's Day. No, probably Mother's Day, then Kentucky Derby.
I think the other way around.
Okay.
Isn't Kentucky Derby usually the first weekend in May? Or right at the beginning?
I thought Mother's Day was the first Sunday of May, and Kentucky Derby was the 7th or something.
Oh.
If Mother's Day is close to the ride for the wall, I think. Was it a
It's
week before?
Well, you know what's first before any of this is prom. Prom is
Prom
next.
is this weekend. I should know that.
Prom is Saturday at the promenade.
Originators of the promenade, when we used to sit out in our front yard and watch them walk into the Elks Club.
Yeah.
That was the creepy promenade
Creepy promenade, that's right.
with the binoculars.
Creepy neighbors.
That was kind of
Who are those
stalker.
people down there with the binoculars
Stalker
and the
promenade.
telescope?
One of the advantages of living in my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. So you have a senior, so you'll have
I'm
a
a senior.
promenade attendee.
Uh-huh. Yes.
And
Just like everything else, I haven't gone to a promenade for a while.
Oh, you should go.
you have to go early because I'm telling you that Max Jones Fieldhouse is
Packed.
packed.
Oh, I know.
It's a good time.
My kids all would.
But my
did
front
that.
yard isn't. So, if you miss the promenade, you just come down and sit in my
Just
front
come
yard.
down there.
Mm-hmm. Watch them drive by.
I haven't not heard the theme of the prom this year. Do you know that?
No.
Because then you go down there. Well, you go down there first to the Elks and kind of check out the decorations. That's kind of fun. And then you go down to the promenade.
Did they have a banquet when you had prom?
We had a banquet. It was always at the Elks,
Right.
and
We did not.
We did not in the 80s.
really,
Something happened. You probably ruined that
You
for
probably
us.
ruined it.
What'd you do?
we didn't do anything.
What'd
We
you
just-
do?
We it was always it the junior
Prom at the day. It was the
junior
dance at the-
class sponsored the and then you had it was always really you were of high stature if you were
Sophomore
chosen to be a
servers.
sophomore server.
Yeah.
which I never
Still.
was.
Neither was I.
Are you okay?
I've
We didn't
always
have-
felt
Well,
stung.
we didn't have it.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
No, I meant lead out. That's what I'm thinking of. The juniors that got to lead you out. At graduation.
no, I
That's
was
what-
not the junior escort.
With
No.
prom servers, there was there was a dozen of them or more.
Yeah.
every
it
year.
is a big
They
deal.
still do that now.
They
the
do that
sophomore
now.
servers.
and I
yeah.
think they're selected by the juniors or the seniors or the both or whatever.
I think so too.
But no.
So that's this weekend. It feels like, man, it was just last year. That was a fast year. I
It
had,
was
I had a
just
prom
last year.
girl. Well, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
That was
I
a
know.
quick year.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then we're right into May, and we've got a dance recital and graduation and all that stuff. So
Time to plant tomatoes.
What was your prom theme?
Oh, brother.
That was it? Oh, brother?
I can't remember.
I know mine. I know mine. Ask me.
I know
We
mine.
didn't have themes, I don't think.
Yes, they did.
I don't think so.
Yes, sir.
Mine was a popular Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton song, "Islands in the Stream."
Nah, that was mine.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
Maybe they.
Oh,
You
but I
went-
went.
you
I went
went.
to that prom as a freshman, did I not?
Yes.
Okay,
How did
well,
you?
I'm getting mixed.
We didn't allow freshmen
Because
to
we
go.
can have outside dates.
It used to be open until
And,
I was a junior. I believe
then
was
they-
when that
then
ended.
They closed it again.
Oh,
yeah.
I knew I went to an Island in the
I
Stream.
know, because I was like yeah. That's funny.
One More Night, Phil Collins. That was one of them. They used to take songs.
Well, yeah, I know.
I don't think they do that anymore. Now it's like
Oh.
Winter Wonderland or
No.
Did you have a band or DJ?
we did. We had the Heat.
Ah,
Ooh, we
Do
just
you
saw them
remember the Heat?
We just saw them
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago.
Well, we saw the leads. was
Is it the
lead-
Heat?
Or one of the guys.
No parking.
No parking.
One of the guys
which
from
is
No
all
Parking.
kind of the
No
same.
parking, yeah.
Bluebird.
yeah.
Yeah. No, we
And
had
so
a DJ.
last Saturday, the swim team fundraiser had an 80s dance band. And
Yeah.
Chris Hay, local kid, and
Shepner.
a Shepner, which I'm sorry, I don't know his name. I feel bad about that. But he pulled Andy Shepner up on the stage, which was great.
Andy's nephew.
Yes.
Really?
In the band Paramount, which is an '80s band, and man, did we have fun! That was a good. That was a
That'd
good
be right
time.
up your alley.
I wish they would have had like more like a sing along where you could like.
It wasn't a sing-along.
Yeah, it was for you. That's
It was
right.
for me.
No.
The thing I remember most about my prom was I had one of my good buddies
Stop.
and I.
Don't say it.
There's a little irony with it because he took to the prom my future wife, and I
Yes.
took to the prom my future wife's classmate, obviously. Both were juniors.
Uh-huh.
And so we ditched him pretty early, and he and I went out and just
There you
cruised
go.
around together.
Loser. Way to go. And
Wow, you were one of those guys.
yeah.
Well, I think they were ready to go home.
I know guys
think
like
she's ready to
I
go.
think they were ready to go home. Sounds familiar.
They were
you know,
bored.
when I was a sophomore, I went to prom as well,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of happened to me. It was like, can you get a ride home? I think I can.
Oh.
Did you at least take Kathy home?
She wasn't my date.
Well.
It was my friend. She was my friend's date.
Who name your
But
friend?
I did take my date home.
Name your friend.
Name your friend.
Okay, I will.
I don't believe you.
I'll call him out.
Okay.
And if you're out there, John, I want to hear from you. John I.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he remembers that or not.
Kathy does.
Got my dad's big
I
Buick.
guarantee you, Kathy does.
That's right.
Yeah, she probably does. Well, she never. I don't think she thinks of it as.
I had kind of
a
a
bad
similar story.
I mean, I didn't say. I mean,
In
it's not
that-
like we ditched him really early. I mean,
Yeah.
and ditching him was just a word to
not
be
what I was
funny.
saying. Yeah.
We just
Took him home.
the date was over. So
Date was over.
I had a similar
we weren't
story
10:05.
at a
Date's over.
snowball dance where I doubled with Bryce and a friend of mine, and he did the same thing. Him and my date went out and left
You and
my
Bryce?
friend and I. No, Bryce and I were not
Oh.
dates that night.
Oh, I see.
He was dating with my friend, and he did the same thing. What is with you men? No
you
wonder
go.
when you told that story, I got a reflex went off. Like I started to get a little.
well, I mean, there's more to it than just that for me. I mean, I was dating somebody at the time, and we kind of broke up temporarily and went with different
Drama.
people.
They were on a break.
Drama.
So we went on a
We
break.
were on a break.
So I didn't even go with whoever the person I was dating
Monica?
at the time.
No, not Monica. Rachel.
Phoebe.
I'm not naming names there, so forget it. We're on the World Wide Web.
Drama.
He doesn't.
Drama.
Yeah, it was high school. It was nothing, you know.
Prom drama. Yeah, but when you're
40
in high school, it's big.
43
It's
years
huge.
ago. Yeah,
It's
well,
something.
it is. Yeah, it is. So
It's fun. It's your last big party. Well, not
It
really
is.
because
Prom
we had
is
project
fun.
graduation. So.
Right.
prom was a little earlier back then. I
But
remember
you don't
being,
get prom. Well,
early
not
April.
probably not for you guys. Maybe it is fun for a guy to get a tux and dress up, but for a girl with the whole dress and everything, it's really fun.
that we weren't doing yet. We didn't do tuxes.
Oh,
We bought new coats and ties and stuff.
Because Lunsway wasn't here yet. He was just here.
he
just
another
got here.
year I think
Yeah.
it was before he was. 'Cause
which makes more sense because then you had a nice coat and tie for graduation and things. That makes more sense than renting a tux that you never
But why you need a new coat and tie when you got a cap and gown on?
under. You don't go naked under the cap and gown.
well,
You
the
don't?
kids today don't dress up under their caps and gowns anymore.
Well, my kid did. Yes, they do. Some of them do.
Some of 'em
I mean,
do,
some of them. I mean, they don't. I don't know if they wear a sport coat
and
under
tie.
there
I
because
mean,
it's
my
probably
gosh,
pretty hot.
You would bake.
dress up.
You would
You
pass
would-
out from the heat, and everybody would think that you passed out because you were.
It'd be a
doing
little
something
warm.
else.
Yeah, it'd be a little warm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Do they still do? What's the other ceremony that used to be done all the time?
Baccalaureate.
Baccalaureate.
Yep.
Really?
It's similar. It's a
Separate night.
scholarship.
Like-
Yeah, it's not really baccalaureate.
It's a scholarship awards banquet in the morning when the whole high school attends.
Not necessarily a baccalaureate for you. It's kind of more of a.
Ours was a nighttime and more of a religious
Yeah.
type
Yeah.
of thing,
They
as I
don't-
recall.
They don't necessarily do that as much anymore. I think individual churches do that for their
Right.
students. So
No, but they do have an. That's the nice thing about it. They do have that awards. I don't know. It's an award ceremony, what they even call it, but they announce everybody's scholarships and hand them out, so that way it doesn't take so long at graduation for one thing.
they used to read all those scholarships off. And yeah.
And that
That was a good move.
yeah.
To
Now-
move that to a
You had the same privilege that I had one time by giving the diploma to a child. You
I
did
got
that
to
last
do that
year.
last year,
Yeah.
and it was great.
It was
It's
kind of emotional.
It's emotional, but I was surprised how emotional it was for her. Jackie Elliott, our photographer extraordinaire, got a great picture of Grace over my shoulder hugging me when I gave her, and she was crying,
really?
bawling.
No.
I held it together. I don't know what's wrong with her.
Really? Because you think I've got to do this 2 more times.
And I also was thinking, don't
cry.
Yeah. So I'll probably cry more when I give Nolan his than Grace. But
There you go.
I think you requested somebody else.
he'll have to. He'll be in trouble with me.
I don't think it worked. I don't think they requested. We requested.
He was
who
kidding.
we
I
wanted
was
to.
giving her a hard time.
He was kidding.
So,
Anyway, that's all coming up. So that time of year.
okay, well, we're just about out of time. Anything else to come? We've got some. We still do the tri-state relays here.
No.
We do not.
We don't do a track meet.
Do they
at
not
all.
have a track meet? Do they have a high school track meet?
They do not. They have a JV
Right.
trying to get.
Wow.
They're working on it.
They're working
it's
on
just
getting.
the
I wish they
spring
had.
schedule is so packed with. I mean,
Yeah.
it sounds like an excuse, but
But tri-state when we were tri-state relays was always a big deal.
it
I
was.
mean-
Oh, it used to
They
be.
used to have royalty.
Yeah.
Tri-state Royal. Oh no, that's the cattle
Don't
show.
get those
I
confused.
know. Well, my sister was a tri-state relay
Queen.
queen,
Not a tri-state royal.
and I always call her tri-state Royal queen. And
She was always which one?
Alicia
Okay. Well, your other sister, who's my age, she was a homecoming queen my year.
and barn warming or FFA, whatever the FFA chapter was. This will embarrass her.
Maybe she was runner-up for tri-state
I don't know
relay
what
queens.
No, I don't know what she was, but I just know she was the FFA, whatever they had.
The
I
tri-state.
believe there's. Oh, sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say there's also spring play at the high school coming up. I'm sorry, I don't have the
Oh,
details
really?
on that. I should
we'll
have
have to
came
find that out.
prepared. We'll
If
find
Jennifer
that out.
was here, we'd probably.
I know you were showing up last week. Let me tell you.
She was prepared,
She
probably.
was. Uh-huh.
You know, when you're not here, we have to do a little trash talking. So we did a little.
Oh, is that
a
what you
little-
guys did?
No,
We didn't, but we're not
not
trash
really.
talking Jennifer. I mean, we.
Well, I think turnabout's fair play.
Yeah.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Okay, we're out of time.
All right. I'm glad I could join you for the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're glad you showed up. And hopefully, with any luck at all, we'll be back again next week for Martin, Jeff, and the Farm Chick. She's being awful quiet.
I know.
Did we
Well, I
offend
found
her?
it. It's the last weekend in April. That spring play at the high school.
Oh.
So
Oh, that's the same weekend as the Carnegie Arts Center.
there you go.
Two
There we
plays
go.
at
We're leaving on an informational
There you go.
note. Here on our show, brought to you by Northwest Tech, The Insurance Agency, Elliott's Home Furnishings, Eckland Insurance LLC, and Goodland Sonic Drive-In. We're here on Eagle Cable Channel 10, KLOE AM Radio, and we stream from our Facebook page on the World Wide Web. So, spread your friends, like us on Facebook. We'll see you next week.